Hamas has now announced new conditions for delivering medicines to the hostages that still remain in Gaza. The militant group says trucks carrying the drugs must not be inspected by Israel. According to Israel, 132 of the total 240 people taken are being held captive in the besieged strip. This includes 27 who are believed to have been killed. Under the deal mediated by France and Qatar, medicines along with humanitarian aid will be supplied to Gazans in exchange for providing medicines to about 45 hostages. Hamas's senior leader said on Wednesday, for every box of medicine for hostages, 1,000 boxes must be given to the residents of Gaza. He further said medicines must be supplied through a country that Hamas trusts and not France. But an Israeli military body in charge of civilian affairs in Gaza said on Wednesday that aid trucks would undergo security inspection at the Kerem Shalom crossing. As of now, all aid deliveries are subjected to scrutiny by the Israeli forces. And according to sources now, 2 Qatari planes carrying medicines and food already arrived in the Egyptian city of Al Arish on Wednesday. Medicines are supposed to get to a hospital in Rafah and then be handed over to the Red Cross. During a week-long truce in November, Hamas released over 100 hostages in exchange for around 240 Palestinian prisoners. And back at home, Israelis are increasing pressure on the government to make more efforts for the release of hostages. And for more on this, our correspondent Jody Cohen has sent us this report. Listen to this.
This deal, negotiated by Qatar and France, marks the first time in more than 100 days that the hostages would have received medicine, a particular concern for the elderly and injured. Talks are also ongoing regarding a potential deal to release the more than 130 hostages still being held in Gaza. Many of the hostages' families believe their government's first priority should be the release of the hostages and then defeating Hamas. However, Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant has suggested that he believes military pressure on Hamas is what will lead them to serious negotiations. Meanwhile, a small protest in Tel Aviv with roughly 20 to 30 participants has called for a ceasefire. Prime Minister Netanyahu has reportedly suggested that the war could continue throughout 2024. This is Jody Cohen for WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.